Okay, welcome everyone to this virtual talk shop on participating in the Archives Bazaar virtual exhibit that I forgot to change the date on. But anyway, today is actually August 13th, although time doesn't have any meaning anymore. We're gonna go ahead and talk about the theme, what we're going towards, what we're aiming to create with this virtual exhibit, and share the requirements for submission and submitting items into the exhibit with you today. So first of all, I want to talk about the exhibit theme. It's a History Keepers exhibit focusing on ideas of home. And when we were coming up with this ideas of home, we kind of narrowed it down to these 6 subcategories of Los Angeles architecture and landscapes, historic home museums, migration to Los Angeles in pursuit of health and happiness, LA City as being home to the internet, film industry, freeways, or other LA firsts, and there are many, the community and or cultural enclaves of Los Angeles, and then other interpretations of home. So when you are thinking about what you might like to submit, we are going to ask you to self-select into one of these, but they aren't solid. They aren't like, these are what we came up with. If you have something different we do have a space for you to fill that out, and maybe you will come up with another sub-theme. It's all about what kind of submissions we end up getting and what kind of types, things, places. So it's not fixed, let's just put it that way. So we're going to be creating the exhibit in an open source sort of digital humanities program called Scalar. And Scalar is, I have some examples so we can go through and you can kind of see where we're going to end up going. Scalar is open source. It's a way to create an exhibit that moves and that allows the user, the viewer, to wander through different sections, like if you're going room to room in a museum or space to space in an exhibit as it's laid out. So I want to share a couple of these with you. Let's see. Can you see the introduction to the Allen Hancock Foundation archive there? I think you should be able to. Anyway, so this is a Scalar exhibit. And so you can see here, there's an introduction page. There's a table of contents that has the home page. There are ways to explore the Hancock Foundation, explore Allen Hancock himself, and then KUSC. So you can see that it's got a home page. It has direction. It has table of contents. And you can go through and explore what has been put here. You can also see that there are images here, so you can click into that and you can see that it's a media file, so this is an image. It has a citation, it has details, it has a little bit more information, metadata there. Let's see. So this is the small, you can even add in video, like you can see that there's video here. So it's not limited to images, it's not limited to text. It is a multimedia program. Let's see, got, oh, this one, I just like the name. Welcome to our dark materials. So rediscovering an Egyptian collection. So you can see here, you've got an introduction, but the introduction also includes some visuals. And then you can go into the content. So you can look at the materials, you can look at the people, themes, lessons. And then in this particular exhibit, they give you ideas on how to use the website. So it could be used in a scholarly function. And this is cool. So, you know, so it gives some really interesting ways to visualize the materials and visualize the data. And we have a lot of options, you know, and ways to do things. Now, this is a bit more complex than what we're probably going to be able to do in the next month or so, but I do want you to see that there are possibilities and that we are not limited. Okay, I tried to go somewhere and then the Zoom menu comes down. Okay.
Will you be attaching that website to the email that I suppose you're going to send out at the end of this? In other words, will there be meeting minutes? Because I'm the only one here from my board and they need to see that.
Sure. So on the website, actually on the LA Subject website, we're recording this meeting right now. So okay. I have an article up on the LA Subject website with the virtual exhibit. It has examples of the scalar exhibits and a link here, and it's got a full list of different types of exhibits. And then I'm going to attach a recording of this talk shop to this article, and it has the submission form and everything else on there too. So it's kind of like one-stop shopping. Okay. Yeah, so again, just another place that we can go, and just how visually interesting some of these exhibits really are. So I wanted to let you know where we're going, what that might look like. Okay. So actually, Lisa, do you have the form up? Do you want to go through that, or would you like me to pull that up for you?
I got it. So I should be sharing the screen now. Do you see my submissions for LA Subject Archives, or is it not showing up? Yes? Okay, great.
It's there.
Perfect. So as Stella showed you, there is a news article, and I can recap for you. So if you go to the lasubject.org website, do you see the lasubject.org website? Okay, perfect. You go to menu, news, and it's one of the top news features, and it's Archives Bazaar Virtual Exhibit, and it's pretty much the same information that I'm going to go over right now in regards to the form and what Stella went over. So you'll see here, it'll say submission form is found here. You click on that and you'll get something that looks like this. This is the Google form for the submissions. It describes this is part of our History Keepers exhibit, Ideas of Home. These are the various sub-themes or topics or chapters, however you want to look at it, about the exhibit, associated with the exhibit. There will be a maximum of 3 submissions per member. So that means you can submit 3 on the same topic, or three separate topics. As long as your sum total is 3, that is your maximum. And also, to help us logistically, us being the exhibit team or the exhibit planning committee, you need to submit a form per submission. So if you want to submit 1, you fill out 1 form. If you want to submit 3, you got to fill out 3 forms. It just makes things a lot easier on our side of things. There is a hard deadline of September 15th, 2020, LA 11:59 Pacific Standard Time. Please note that. I know sometimes we've given leeway. We can't promise that your image will get into the exhibit if you submit past this deadline, because it will take us time to put everything together and write the text and put them in the various topics. So what's being asked of you in your form is the name of the organization or collection as listed in the LAS Subject Directory. So please search yourselves on the LAS Subject Directory portal and put that there. Who the main contact is and the main contact email. We know that a lot of you run volunteer groups, and you spread the workload, so there's a space to enter up to 3 or up to 2 other contact emails. If there's more, there is a comments question at the very end of this survey or this form. You are also going to be asked to select your images and select which topic it goes under or which sub-theme it goes under. This is your curatorial moment. Please do not click other and say it fits all of it. That is not going to be our choice. If you're going to say this message or this image or this video fits all of it, then it will be bounce back. It'll be as if you didn't submit anything. So make sure you make a choice. I'm hearing a background, so please mute yourself until the end. Briefly explain how this item ties with the exhibit theme and exhibit section, the overall exhibit theme, ideas of home, and the exhibit section that you chose. This will help us create the context and the sort of the narrative around these different subsections. So we have an exhibit planning committee that's going to be in charge of creating the text for the introduction and the introduction for each of the sub-themes. So if you provide information on how it connects, it will really help us create that narrative. And then also briefly explain how your organization acquired this item. It will make a difference if you say, this is something we created, this is something that was donated to us by this donor, or this is something we photocopied from another special collection. Title of what title you want to give your submission item. In some cases, your photograph might not have a title, so you need to assign a title, again, to help us out, because this is something that the exhibit planning committee probably doesn't have time to do, is to title everything. If we have questions about your title, we'll definitely go back. Who are the creators and creator or creators? The date of the creation. So please spell this out, January 12th, 1918, for example. There's so many dates that I run across in my archives that uses the slash method, like 2/12/18. And at this day and age, we don't know if that's 1818, 1918, or 2018. So please just spell it all out for clarification. If you place made, this also helps us with the provenance and setting contextual information about it. I guess if you don't know the place that's made, be as specific as you can. If you know that it's in California, if you know it's in the United States, if you know it's in Los Angeles, if you know what city, what barrio, please put that in there. We also need to know the right statement. So this exhibit is going to go online. It's going to be curated. It's going to be something that's hopefully accessed by researchers in the future. So we want to make sure that all rights and permissions are cleared. So if your item is under copyright in any shape, way, or form, you need to say what element of copyright it's under, and that you also have the permissions to have it be part of this exhibit. So you'll have here in copyright the various ways that it could be in copyright: no copyright in public domain, copyright unknown, or other. So if you have another right statement that's in the can that you use all the time for this collection item, please put that there. If your item is in copyright, we're just going to ask you again that either you're the rights holder or have permission. Yes, no, I don't know. I do not know. A description of the item, 75 words maximum. This will be the exhibit label specifically for your item. So make it concise, make it terse, but also make it informative, and just think of the public as they go through exhibits. There are a number of studies out there that already say that, you know, when people look at exhibits, they really just skim through the first couple sentences. So either brevity is crucial. That said, be informative as you can, but again, try to get to the point as fast as you can. Preferred citation for the item. So a lot of times you might go onto a digital library and there's that citation where it says where the collection is from, the date, the author. So it's just two-liner or one-liner. That's just a citation that goes with your image, and it could be different from your description of an item. So description of the item adds more context, where the preferred citation is bare bones. This is what it is, and this is the collection that I got it from. The second section of this form is uploading your item. So you can choose to upload it straight onto the form. If you choose to upload it straight onto the form, you have to have a Gmail account and you have to be signed on to your account. We will we will accept a maximum of 5 megabytes, but preferred less. So 2 megabytes or less is highly preferred. The other way, oh, and also too, again, to help us with our organization, please cut and paste the exact file name of your file onto question number 18. So hopefully you all know how to do it. You right click, you copy your title and put it on here, because again, this will help us with the organization of materials. If you don't have a Gmail account or you don't want to use your Gmail account, you can upload your image or your video to your directory entry portal, and then get the link from there. So you upload it, copy the link that it's where the location link, and put the location link in number 19. And then any additional comments or questions, if there's any other issues you have with this form, or there's something quite that you wanted to explain more, you have an opportunity to do so. I also want to jump back to the topics or sub-themes of the theme, of the exhibit theme. This other section, like I said, please do not use it to say, oh, it fits all. But use it to suggest another theme. If it looks like, we get enough submissions that really follow something we haven't thought about, we can add it. The one good thing with Scalar, the one good thing with online space, it kind of has wider boundaries than the geographic space. So we don't have limitations in that sense. We don't want to be too much, but I think adding or replacing a couple more is fine. Also, if we happen to get a lot of submissions, say for Los Angeles architecture and landscapes, and we see that your submission could fit another topic, that's where we come in putting in another topic, as if we need to spread things out. But that happens a lot later on, and after discussions with you and the exhibit planning team. But for right now, choose one topic per submission. And that's it. So any questions? Should I leave up the form, or can I stop sharing?
I think you can stop sharing. I can put the slides back up for the last few pertinent things, and
okay,
we can open
I have a
things
question.
back. Yeah.
If you have 2 or 3 items that are directly connected, can they be exhibited as a group, or does it just have to be only one singular item? In other words, if I'd had 3 items that we used in a restaurant.
Yeah, so somebody else asked this. It's 3 items maximum. They could be in the same or a different topic, but it's 3. If you're going to give us 3 files, that's your maximum.
Great, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa, I am so glad I joined this. That was amazing. Thank you, because Tom, I see Tom just spoke. We had talked together several times, and I couldn't figure it out for myself. Thank you. A million thanks. Okay.
Same here.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's see. Well, I feel like we've been pretty clear here. Just to kind of go back over the file name, just to make sure that, it's not the title, it's the actual file name. And we need that for the batch upload into Scalar that we're going to eventually end up doing. So just so you know, very, very specifically, it's your MP4, it's your JPEG, it's your PDF, whatever that file is. That is the file name. It's separate from the title.
I've got a question.
Please.
How does the public, how are they going to access this? How are they going to view it? How is this going to be set up? Is this going to be on like all day long and they can choose and pick what they want? Or is it going to be sequential? Or how is this going to be presented to the public?
It is going to be a link on not only the LAS Subject website, and it will be featured during the Archives Bazaar. One of the things we've been talking about in the planning is leading a tour of the exhibit specifically, like someone will lead viewers on a tour of the exhibit for any attendees. That would be live on October 17th. Now, and then honestly, what's lovely about Scalar and having this platform is that we can have it permanently up on the LAS Subject website, and we've already had interest expressed by a couple of members of faculty here at USC on using the exhibit in the classroom, which would be huge and wonderful for everyone who submits an item, because that could then lead students into your collections or asking you questions, you know, and we all want more of that. So hopefully it'll be in lots of locations and get lots of use. So